Ladies, gentlemen, people of all ages, ages, welcome back to LEGO Racers 2 on Game Boy Advance. Today, we are in the winter tundra of the Arctic world. And this was one of the other worlds where I did say about not having the best of times racing on. Though I will say this one is slightly better, only slightly better than the Mars world, because I feel like with this one they give you a bit more wiggle room when it comes to falling in the water and whatnot. Because in this one they actually highlight which parts of the road you can drive on and which parts you can't. Not to mention, this is also a course where they do a lot more dickish racetrack layouts with a lot more tighter turns compared to the other tracks. Like, there are so many more tighter turns on these tracks compared to the Mars tracks, at least. God. Let's see, I am sucking hard for my first attempt here. I think I'm about to reset. Yeah, here we go. Reset. And super speed time, go! So as you can see, just look at my failures. My horrible failures. Again, not a big fan of these tracks sometimes. I probably have done a bit too much editing right there, but I don't care. Anyway, because honestly, you know, with these racetracks, a lot of the times you run out of things to talk about. So I'm doing myself a favour for this episode, and you guys a favour too, because you know, not making you guys sit through hundreds and hundreds of minutes of failures. We're not doing that. Maybe if at some point in the future, if I get loads and loads of subscribers and I decide to release some uncut raw footage of a playthrough, I may do that, but that won't be for a long time. If I do decide ever in the future to make YouTube a full-time thing, which as of right now is probably not going to happen anytime soon, because I have not got the audience for that sort of thing yet. I mean, it's early days, so you never know. Anyway, this is another track that really like to mess with me. Because a lot of the tracks don't have like barriers or anything to give you direction as to which way you're meant to go. You'll be going straight, then all of a sudden you'll see the track just sort of ends and you have to turn. And you don't even realise that there's a corner there because they make the environment so big, or they don't give like enough direction like in a quick enough time, which is really annoying. But you know, it's all doable in the end. But luckily, I don't know whether it was the computers taking pity on me, or I was supposed to go to this world after the Dino world or something. But it feels like the opponents were not fighting back as much as they were on the Mars tracks, quite honestly. Which, not gonna lie, makes a nice change compared to what the Mars tracks were giving me. I feel like I went from easy to hard to like normal difficulty in the span of a few worlds. which is really odd. I mean, unless, like, because here's the thing, on the PS2 version, or the PC version, they list Mars as World 3. In, like, the course selection screen, which makes me think that, oh, you know, you go from Sandy Bay to Dino Island to Mars, then to the Arctic world, and then the final world. But the way that these other cars drive, these CPUs, it makes you think that maybe Mars was meant to be World 4 and Arctic was meant to be World 3. Or something like that. Yeah, still sick. Coughing is not fun. So anyway, I think this is race number 4. Again, this is also something that I forgot to mention. Every world that you race on has 4 regular races, just like the console game, and then 1 boss race. So, I think this is race number 4. Again, with these racetracks looking so similar, I don't really have much to really talk about, because it's a flat landscape. When you look at one flat landscape, you near enough see them all. But luckily, you know, if I have less mistakes, that means I have less stuff to worry about with winning. And I can get gold bricks, which is what we need at the end of the day, let's be honest. Right, we're heading on to our last lap. Anyway, alright. Made it to the end there. Sorry for the silence. I legit ran out of things to talk about. Oh my god, look at that. It's a giant ice monster known as the Berg. So let's go and face up against this Berg. Oh boy. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1, let's race against the Berg. And away I go already to mess it up. Jeez. Once again, this is something that I really am not a big fan of when it comes to these style of racing games. Where you just legit sometimes just cannot tell, without a mini-map at all, in like the corner or whatever, you have no real idea as to where you are in your environment. And with the, again, with the clunky hit detection sometimes, it makes these races, especially these boss races, like 10 times harder than they should be. But as you saw right there, this race is actually very similar to the one in the console game, where the Berg is literally just racing. He's doing like he's foot racing against you basically, and in that original fight, he would actually lay down some, I think they're stalagmites, the crystal spikes that shoot up to slow you down, which is really irritating and annoying. Also, a little detail that I kind of love is the fact that the Berg, because he doesn't have a running animation in this version of the game, they just have him T-pose around the track, which is kind of funny. Again, with the limitation of the Game Boy Advance here, I guess they just didn't have the animation power to animate a running animation for the Berg in this version. Which is, you know, whatever. And besides, you don't even unlock him as a playable character, so it's all meh. But yeah, just like in the regular game, he's a pain in the backside sometimes. And oh, that was dickish. Look at him go! He was almost surfing there. Look at him go, just gliding around the track like he doesn't even care. Just T-posing and look at him. Look at him. Oh, that was just... Yeah, here we go, restart. And super fast speed time, go! Look at us go! Oh, I was so close on that attempt, too. And there we go! Victory! And once again, we were quite far ahead. Wow. Again, on this game, it's deceptive sometimes, because you really need to take care in the corners. Because if you go too quickly around all the corners, you will mess up, and you will fall into the drink, and you will lose. But anyway, the Berg here gives you another upgrade, being the tyres, the super tyres. And these, well, according to Sparky here, tells you that, hey, you can now handle corners better. And now we get the announcement that, hey, Rocket Racer, he wants to speak to us in Sandy Bay. So let's go over and meet him in the next episode. So I'll see you all in the next episode, and potentially final. Goodbye, everybody. See you all then.